Southfit Nation, we just concluded base week. Hope you set your baselines, you did your tests, you discovered something new about yourself and your fitness. We are going to be redoing these things in 3 months roughly. So make sure you're keeping tabs and tracking. And we're back to our regular programming that's going to build us up for the next base week. Monday, we're starting with some split squats. So here's the deal. For the next 4 weeks, we're going to focus on a couple of lower body squatting movements, a couple of upper body pulling movements, a couple of upper body pressing movements, and a couple of lower body pulling, right? So we get the gamut of strength. We're still going to do our Metcons that are short and intense, the longer, more conditioning based ones, the grunt work, all the good stuff. But just so you know, for the next 4 weeks of programming, we're going to do for the squatting portion of things, we're going to go with tempo front squats and we're going to go with split squats, back rack, barbell split squats. So 1 week of this, 1 week of that, do it again. 1 week of this, 1 week of that. Okay? So this Monday, back rack split squats, 4 sets of 8, roughly the same weight. It's not much of an increasing thing. Now, obviously, we haven't done these before, so you might want to jump up in weight once or twice. That's okay as long as they're small jumps. You'll do 8 on the left, then 8 on the right. We'll follow that with an 8-minute high intensity block. It's going to be rowing, alternating jumping lunges. Again, lunges. Make sure you get ready for a leg burner here and some push presses involved in this 8-minute AMRAP. So high intensity, high speed, non-stop work. There's barely room for any break here, but it is only 8 minutes. Tuesday, we're starting with a single arm dumbbell floor press. It's like a bench press, but on the floor. And we'll do one side and we'll do the other. 4 sets of 10 here. This is functional bodybuilding style. We'll follow that with a more conditioning based block. This one will have heavier kettlebell swings. We'll have a 200-meter run and 10 burpees. But in the middle of the AMRAP, there'll be these built-in 1-minute breaks. So every time you finish a round, you have a 1 minute of break, which by now you should know. Whenever there's a break, it means this is more of an interval style, which means the work pieces are higher intensity, higher speed because you get the rest. If you end up just taking the same pace throughout the workout that you would in any other AMRAP, you are not getting the most out of this training. You are missing out. Wednesday is a different kind of thing. It's a 30-minute AMRAP. It's just continuous work. Right? There's a 600-meter run. There are 20 box jumps, 20 dumbbell thrusters. The dumbbells are not heavy. We're going to go with lighter ones, 35s and 20. And again, the point here is to focus more on your conditioning and your breathing. Right? So this is more of an engine, more of a non-stop thing. Get a pace, stick to it for 30 minutes. Thursday, back to some strength work. So this is the first of the 2 lower body pulling movements. It's going to be the power snatch. What is the other one for this week? We're going to do deficit deadlifts next week, and we'll rotate those 2. We're going to go for technique work, though. This is not some 1-rep max stuff. This is speed stuff. I'm going to say this. With the snatch, it's speed or nothing. A slow snatch is not a snatch. It defeats the purpose of why this movement was even created. It was supposed to be a high precision speed movement. There's aggression in it. And that's what we want to build here. We're taking the weights down to anywhere from 55% to 70% of your 1-rep max. Don't have one, doesn't matter. Focus on precise technique and focus on speed in the transition and in the catch. You have to look like you're powerful doing this. So we'll follow that with a more sustained block. So a 15-minute EMOM is going to rotate through toes to bar, goblet squats, row calories. And every minute on the minute, we switch stations, and we'll work for 45 seconds and take 15 seconds of break in between. The details don't matter. The point is this. The difference between a workout like this and a workout like Wednesday, which is just straight up, same intensity, very much breathing based, is that this one on Thursday has a bit more muscular fatigue involved in it. So toes to bar, goblet squats. You're going to want to break up things in sets. And obviously, there's breathing involved too. It feels a little different than something where, like Wednesday, where it's just running and box jumps to your own body weight. It's the only thing that's going to make you stop on box jump is because you're breathing hard. The running is because you're breathing hard. Even the dumbbell thrusters, we chose a low weight so that it's not your arms that get fatigued. Whereas on Thursday, your grip might get fatigued, your legs might get fatigued, your shoulders might get fatigued. So a different kind of sustain. All right. Friday, our build block is strict pull-ups. So we've done this format before. We'll do every 2 minutes on the minute. The first time we'll go for a max rep set compared to a few weeks ago. And then after that, we'll take 50% of that and do it for 4 more sets. Or at least we're going to shoot for that. You're going to want to scale that appropriately though. So this is strict work at tempo, which means that if you're going to modify, which you probably are going to want to modify, your best bets are a seated strict pull-up with a barbell that's on the cage, or a strict ring row where the angle is more inclined than usual, right? So even on your max rep set, 10 is about ideal. Less than 5 is too hard. More than 15 is too easy. Right? So somewhere in the 8 to 12 range is where you want to be. So find that modification that lets you get 8 to 12 strict reps, and that's your failure set, the first one. And then you can half those and do them again and again and again. Then we'll spend some time learning a new skill, our kettlebell sit-up. It's actually going to be part of a progression that's going to build to the kettlebell Turkish get-up. But the kettlebell setup, and then we're going to incorporate it into a flow block. And that flow block is going to have the kettlebell setup. It's going to have alligator stretches. We're going to try to open up the pecs. It's going to have side planks with leg abduction. And it's going to have single leg glute bridges. Good? No intensity here, right? Remember these things. This is what builds you back up at the end of the week. All right? And then finally, Saturday, another one that's long and sustained work. This is grunt work. We're doing man makers. So 2 dumbbells. A man maker is a push-up, a row, a squat clean, a thruster, right? And we're doing 13 of these. We're doing step-ups on a box with the same dumbbells and motor running. This is straight up grunt work, right? You just have to work through fatigue, general fatigue. It's not even so much that one particular muscle group is failing. It's just like, generally speaking, it's you versus your mental fortitude. You want to stop. It feels hard, but you persevere. That's like the mentality of grunt work. It's not pretty. There's nothing skill-based here. You just do the work. That's it. It's actually an awesome week of training. I'm looking forward to it. We'll see you guys at the gym, and be awesome. Peace.